I can't afford intro music, so I made
Quick
this
and dirty
song.
lowdown review of House of Glory Superclash 2026. So we started with a 7-way scramble match between Angel Jaquez, JJP, Jody Ora, KB Prime, Papadon, and Raheem Royale with Tiny Giant. So for this match, Raheem Royale and Tiny Giant are the standouts for me. Raheem Royale is always hitting plenty of top rope spots and aerials. I think he's extremely dynamic and has a ton of potential. He always impresses me, especially with someone of his height, the moves that he is able to hit. Angel Jaquez walking away with the win on the scramble match, a great start to the event. Then we went into a singles match, Indy Hartwell defeating Deonna Purrazzo. My opinion on this is Deonna Purrazzo is incredibly underutilized in every promotion that she's a part of, and I would love to see more of her on some of the bigger stages. I think she is, in fact, New Jersey royalty, and you can fight me on that in the comments. Then we went into the HoG Cruiserweight title match, Darren Richardson defeating Joey Silver. A great match, about 11 minutes on the books for that one. I highly recommend you go and take a look. Cruiserweight title on the line. And then we went into a tag team match. This is the reason that I actually was most excited for the show. We had a return of Anthony Bowens and Max Caster as the Acclaimed, defeating the main event of Jay Lyon and Midas Black. A very interesting match. I love that the Acclaimed came out and acknowledged what everyone loves about them, and that they were a little rusty doing it. We got to see a great little performance on the mic from Max Caster, which I always appreciate seeing. Let me just be very clear. I would show up to watch Anthony Bowens and Max Caster open up and eat a ham sandwich in front of me. They are one of my top tag teams of all time, and I also really love their individual work. These are two wrestlers who I genuinely do not understand why we're not seeing more of them on AEW. For me, losing Daddy Ass as a part of that broader equation did not hamper the Acclaimed gimmick in any way. I made the assumption that maybe they were just tired of tagging together, they were tired of that storyline and kind of wanted to branch out and do some more independent things, and I think time for solo exploration is always welcome, but we haven't really been given that by Tony Khan, I don't feel, in the way that I would have hoped for. So I am always hopeful to see more of the Acclaimed. If that's where Anthony Bowens and Max Caster want to be, is in the presence of each other, I always welcome their work. A tidy little match and some good fun. Then we went into a singles match with Sammy Guevara defeating the Amazing Red. Sammy Guevara, you either love him or you hate him. I will say that he does get a lot of trash, but he is someone who has redeemed himself in terms of character work for me, in my opinion. I enjoyed this match, but more than the match, I really enjoyed the comments that came after the match when Sammy spoke about mental health, especially for men, resilience, and then continuing to try even when doing so is hard. I think it really spoke to the spirit of independent wrestling, and what keeps us coming back as fans is that natural built-in resilience we see in the performers. From there, we headed into a non-title match between Mina Shirakawa and Shotzi Blackheart. For me, this was my match of the night. I am definitely biased because Mina Shirakawa is one of my favorite long-term Joshi wrestlers, and I think Shotzi Blackheart continually blows every match she's a part of out of the water. I think these two worked well together. I wish the crowd would have been a little bit more engaged in the first half of that match, but I just really enjoyed this one. I really enjoy everything that these two performers do. And I will say that it is always great as a Mina Shirakawa fan to see her get to actually go in the ring and showcase what she can do, showcase that incredible moveset she has, that energy that she brings, without being jobbed out as part of a queerbait storyline on AEW. And you might take offense to what I said, but that's just my opinion on the matter. I would love to see Mina getting used more effectively in AEW and not just getting beat downs in order to drive other people's plots. And then we ended with the HoG heavyweight title match between Donovan Dijak and Charles Mason, Dijak winning that match by disqualification. The last time I saw Donovan Dijak in a match was in his recent match on WXM out of India. Donovan Dijak, he wrestles everywhere and anywhere. He has really been putting boots to the ground and showing up in tons of promotions, really doing that work, kind of showing us what he didn't get to show us, I think, in his time in WWE. If you are not watching WXM, just as a side note, I absolutely think you're missing out on the start of something really cool and really special coming out of India. A ton of potential there, a ton of super interesting character work, and a kind of character work that I think we're really lacking in a lot of Western wrestling storytelling. I think it lends itself really beautifully to the wrestling environment, the kind of storytelling they're doing over there. So again, Donovan Dijak defeating Charles Mason by TQ in that heavyweight title match. Donovan Dijak is a beast. I always look forward to seeing what he is going to do. So there you have it. That is my quick and dirty lowdown on House of Glory Superclash 2026. The only other overall thing that I would say is that there definitely were some audio issues. Commentary audio was great, but being able to hear audio performances in the ring was a little rough, which, you know what, is to be expected with these indie shows. And then additional issue that House of Glory has no control over, I was not able to watch Superclash on the actual day of the event because Triller TV was not working. I was finally able to get it to work last night and watch the match. So, did you watch this match? Are you watching House of Glory? Are you keeping up with what they're doing? I would love to know in the comments. And thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm JJ, and I love wrestling.